Hey guys, just wanted to do a short video here on BeamNG. I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen videos on YouTube about it and what it is and how fun of a game it can be. I've been playing a lot of War Thunder and stuff like that, but this is actually a game that I really enjoy playing. I really like cars. Cars are fun. I really like trucks too, obviously. That's what I'm driving right now. But yeah, here we go. This is pretty much a physics-based car game. It's got a really realistic engine to it. So if you're used to playing stuff like GTA and other games like that, racing games, you're not going to really be used to this. It's got its own characteristics that make it unique. Roll back over there. Like the deformation, as you can tell, the crashing, how everything works on it, how it's fluid. The cool thing is that there's a lot of mods out there for it as well, made by the community and a few published by the developers of the game, but most of the ones that made by them are older things that were in beta or alpha versions that people liked, so they put back in the game. But this is one of my favorite vehicles in the game. It's called the Marauder. It's a mid-sized kind of, I'd relate it to a Chevrolet Blazer, honestly, is what I think it looks like. Maybe a Ford Bronco as well, pretty similar. But it's the off-road version of the normal truck. I'll go and spawn one of those up so you can see. Let's go in here, vehicles. It's called the Gravel D series. But this is the normal truck, two-wheel drive, low power, you know. It's obviously got fucking limited slip differential in it because only one tire is spinning right now. But yeah, that's what this is. There's a very wide range of vehicles in the game by default. Some of the ones I have in here are modifications. That's a mod, default, mod, and you can go on. These are obviously mods, and then there are all these things, the props I guess you would call them, that are just in the game so you can mess around with them. They have quite a bit of default vehicles in the game that just they have by default, I guess, is pretty much the basic way to describe it. Going from, you know, ranges of stuffs, drag cars to drift cars to street cars to off-road vehicles to just everyday to old-timey vehicles. Crash. But the thing I love about it is the deformation of the vehicles and the fact that you can, with those mods, pretty much do whatever you want with your vehicles. One thing I didn't talk about was how you can modify the cars themselves. You can go in here to the vehicles menu and pretty much just change out a lot of parts that you want to. Some of them, you know, you will change out, like the hood. There's only one hood for this car. Glass, obviously, why would you want to change the glass on it? Fuel tank, doors. But all the things that you want to change, you can change, like the wheels, the engines. Sometimes you'll have like wide body kits that are on the cars. And for things like the modded vehicles that are added in, sometimes those have parts on them as well. Like this is the default version of the 800 series, and this is a modded version that I downloaded. And this one has different versions. They're all based on a wide body. You got the 860, 861, you know, different power levels, and you got the drift, and then like the turbo version, and the dual turbocharger version. I'm pretty sure is what this is. Let's go in here. Looks like it's not compatible with this version though. Okay. Yeah, V10 engine, and it's got twin turbos on it. It's got a V10, but a inline 6 exhaust. That's funny. But there's plenty of different modifications you can download. You can download different maps as well. A lot of these are default ones, but like the Altitude, Baja Hills, Black Hills, some of these are mods. Ones that don't come in the game usually. My favorite one is the Utah, USA map. That's what the map looks like when you start it off. Oh, it's kind of lagging some. There it goes. I'm running this on a very high resolution monitor on a laptop. It's a gaming laptop, but still a laptop. Can't really expect much from it. I've got the graphics card overclocked in it, and it's still, you know, having some issues. But this is one of my favorite maps. You didn't have to watch that loading screen once it just loaded, but I'm running this on an SSD and it still takes forever to load. Just the map is huge, there's so much stuff to it. It's also got to load because it's got to load the engine for the physics and stuff, and you know, all these realistic crashes, or what I like to call realistic. That looks pretty realistic to me. I mean, except for the bumper going through the tree, but the tree would be deformed also. It's going to reset it. But this vehicle and this map go very well together. This is more of an off-road vehicle, and this is, as you can tell, very off-road map. Let's flip her over here and see if she still drives. They've done a lot of updates to this game previously, just to make it better. Such as these bushes used to, when you hit these bushes, you would just crash right into them. You wouldn't be able to do anything, but now they kind of phase through them and they do damage if you hit them going fast enough. And they've added in, they keep adding in new vehicles, more and more vehicles, more maps. They keep, you know, updating the game engine so it runs better. I'm excited to see how far it'll go. You can also hear the fans in the background, maybe not. The headset is on my head, obviously, so the microphone is next to my face. You should be able to hear my voice a lot better than anything else. I don't know how it would be in relation to the video game because I haven't edited the video yet. We'll figure that out later. But as you can tell, this truck is pretty much making this landscape its bitch. Just going over everything, not even having to worry about it. Just catches some air here and there. And broke some glass, but she keeps on going. And actually even messed up the steering on that. But this truck is really fun just because, as you can tell, the suspension on it is pretty much fantastic. It'll absorb anything you want to. It's got the four-wheel drive, the big engine to power those four wheels whenever you need it. And it's based on the, if you noticed in here, I'll show you real quick. Oh, my truck doesn't roll too far when I'm looking at it. But the Gravel D series, it comes in lots of different models. You got the two-door, the extended cab, I thought it was a four-door. I am retarded. It might have been a mod I had earlier, but the two-door, the extended cab. You got the two-wheel drives with the inline six, and you got the V8s, and the four-wheel drives, the V8 extended cabs, blah blah blah, and the D15 version. The truck crashed. Oh well. The D15 version is pretty much the normal truck, and you've got the D35s, which are the, you know, I guess 1 ton, 1/4 ton, the heavier duty trucks, which are more related to what you would find on a farm or something like that, you know, a work truck. Just roll this over and reset it. But as you can tell, most of these are extended cabs and dualies, the D35s. They're just built to be stronger. They try to mimic what real life would be like. Just because, you know, it's a physics game, it's going to be based off of what would really happen, how science works, blah blah blah, stuff like that, you know. I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, the D35 that I was looking at, the Pig, the off-road one I was driving around, that one's based off of this chassis, just a shorter frame, and, you know, obviously some great off-road features. But when you buy a truck like this, and it's going to be this huge, it's already going to have good off-road features like this is. I'm pretty sure the four-wheel drive version, I guess we could tell that out real quick. Putting the parking brake on and accelerating. Maybe not. I got this one. Yes, 4-wheel drive extended cab, V8 2-wheel drive. But that's pretty much what you expect, is a very sturdy vehicle. And they try and make them as realistic as they can. You know, they obviously have all their parts that they would normally have in a vehicle like this. In, you know, the mirrors, the bumpers, the engine, the exhaust, the brakes, etc., etc. It's a dually. Like I said, my favorite part is how they crash, and I'll show you that here in a second. We're on one of these rocks right here, and that's completely totaled. Broke the front tires, totally destroyed that engine, pushed it into the cab. That driver would not be having a fun day at all. Bent everything up. The only salvageable part might be some of the frame on the bed if you bend out the dents. And those rear tires. The engine's completely dead, no power. But let's go ahead and spawn in a newer vehicle, different one. One they added recently was the Burnside Special. This one's got a few versions. The stripped one's most probably not default. I have no idea. It's got all the stats like a normal one would, but I can't tell. I have got mods on here. So yeah, who knows. But you got the V8 Dual-Matic. I guess that's a 2-speed automatic transmission. Wow, that's old. Supermatic is a 3-speed police. Blackwall tires. I like how they consider them blackwall tires instead of regular tires, because all the old cars had white walls on them. And a lead sled. Chopped and channeled body sits 5 centimeters lower on the frame. Let's test this motherfucker out. See how good she goes. And loading. Might be lowered, but it's not very stiff. Still rolls like a boat. Oh. I have to crash it already. As you can see, right now I'm running at about 40 FPS, and it's having to render, you know, obviously the car, what's up close, and then it's rendering all that's out there. So for what this computer that I'm running it on is, it runs very well. To run this game at max settings at 60 FPS, you obviously need a $3,000 computer, and mine's nowhere near close to that. But let's crash this real quick and see how it does. Roll down the hill, do it. Caught on fire though, but we can go to the actual little push it needs. Boop. And down she goes. That was not climactic at all. Let's rip this hatch open on the back. Or not. There it goes. Let's sling the car. Look at that fire now. Rip the door off. So we're gonna rip the hood off. The trunk first. This thing is on fire. Holy shit. Exhaust. There's one. There's two. Can't rip the drive shaft out. Oh, I stretched the hell out of that back axle. That is funny looking. Oh, wheel came flying off. It's still on fire, so let's see if we can put it in water and it'll go out. Oh, wrong way. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty new to this whole, what the hell you call it? The grab tool they added in. They added it in a long time ago, but I haven't used it that much. Don't play the game very often. Sadly. And here's the Roamer series, which is more of a, I guess, Toyota Range Rover, Land Rover. I guess you'd call it a Toyota 4Runner is most likely what the new version's called, of that. Oh. And of course it spawned upside down. Some bitch. Let's go ahead and roll it over and respawn it. Come on. Turn my lights off. Yeah, this one's pretty much what you'd expect. It's got the 4-wheel drive. The nice suspension. Kind of like the D35 that I had earlier, that pig. Oh, whoa, whoa. And roll. Toilet roll? Nope. So I had the door instead of the actual chassis there. Come on, get up there. Get up there. As you can tell, these vehicles kind of crash pretty realistically. The damage is what you'd expect, and if you don't damage the engine or any of the driveline components, it usually will continue to drive. That back, that hatch flapping in the wind. La la la. Yeah, if you don't damage any of the major components, they don't continue to drive. And you can still pretty often have my blinkers on somehow. You can still do stupid stuff. Like, let's see, rip this tire off. Ugh, come on, rip off. Popped it. Oh, stop rolling. Handbrake. Yeah, pop all the tires and see if she still drives. Somehow, yes. It's like driving on ice, but it still goes. Honestly, it makes this thing still working. Let's see if we can do any hill climbs with it. Come on, you can do it. Yeah. Just enough grip. Come over any rocks, maybe? Let's see. Oh. Wheel axle broken. There you go. So that, when I broke that, it took out the front wheel drive. The front part of the 4-wheel drive, I guess is more accurate to say. So the rear tires will still spin. And I can still turn the front tires, just no power going to those. That's a drift beast. No, you're not. Yeah, totally not. Let's get a drift car and try that out. I'm usually terrible at drifting, but you know, why not? It's always fun, isn't it? What I was trying out earlier was the Bishu 200BX, the drift version of it. But what I did is I turned the let's see. I'll show you what I did. It's pretty easy to do. Put the handbrake on. Go in here to body, find the rear suspension, and then take that limited slip rear differential, put it into a welded differential, because you don't want posi track and stuff like that if you're going to be trying to get both tires spinning. You want both of them to break loose if you're drifting, in my opinion at least. Let's put the stage 3 turbo in there just for a little bit more boost. See if that's enough boost. And let's put it to manual mode. Let's see if we can get it sideways up here. Doesn't want to kick over. What the heck? Yeah, a little bit more power to it, which is pretty easy to do. It's not a bad road to go on to try and drift. put some more power in it and put it neutral first so it doesn't drive up on me. So to put more power into it, and like you saw, I put that stage 3 turbo on there, so now I can change the, because it was a variable boost one, I can change the PSI. So let's go ahead and turn that clutch all the way up, because I don't want the clutch to go out on me while I'm driving. Let's turn the wastegate up to about 18.5, which is double what it was, and then put this a little bit higher, 20.5. Then hit apply, and once it reloads, hit play. That should have it. Quite a bit more power, holy hell. Yeah, I'm not the best at this, but I think I could learn pretty fast if I just played for 3 days straight doing nothing but this. Let's try going up there, actually, behind us. That was a fail. Fail, fail, fail. Yeah, as you can tell, this engine does not have very much power until those turbos kick on, and then when they do, well, fuck, they kick on. Too much. And destroyed it. Well, I think that's been enough fun. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. If you guys have any comments, post them. If you like the video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. You know how it goes, but see you guys next time.